YouTube? It is really windy out, and man, it is so hot. It's I think like 95 right now, and so anyone that lives in Michigan knows that we've been having kind of a heat wave. So bear with me as I sweat this one out. I want to show you guys what's been going on at the cottage, and it's pretty exciting because I'm so pumped for what's been going on and kind of the way things have been happening. I've been getting to come up here about at least once a week, and we just had a lot of rain and now we have a heat wave, and anyone knows that for tomatoes is one of the most optimal things ever. So it's perfect. So I'm going to show you guys all the varieties, and you guys are going to be as surprised as I am. I flipped when I came up here. This was just, it was unbelievable. So hopefully the wind isn't muffling, and I'll bring you guys in close. Alright, so we'll start with the celebrity, and again, sorry for the bright sunlight here. I know usually the sun is really bright up here on the leaves and stuff, so it takes away from the color, but they're a very green, very healthy leaf. All of them are just so healthy, and none of them have a lot of blight. I did spray some organic fungicide, and as you can see here, you know, these are getting pretty sizable. You know, it's about 5 ounces already, and there's some more coming on there, and they're just doing really great. Here's the couple that are really getting nice and bushy. You know, it's just one of those varieties that likes to bush. Here's another really big one here. As you can see in there, they're getting nice and big. Down here as well. This one already pushing at least 6 ounces, 7 ounces. So they're getting very decent size. Again, you know, there's an absolutely huge one right there, and a pretty nice, probably 8 ouncer. So these are not doing a whole lot of flowering just yet. They're still kind of small, but they do have some flowers on them. And this is the watermelon beefsteak. I found some of the tags here. This is the Big Zack that I brought up just to see how it would do up here, because I have them at the house, and it's got some fruit on it, and it's doing quite a bit of flowering here. So as you guys can see, it's definitely not a failure by any means. Then this is the hillbilly variety right here, and as you can see, it's got some mammoth tomatoes already on it. Anyone that knows the hillbilly variety knows that they get really large, and they are just absolutely loaded down. All of these are just so profuse down here. And then we're gonna get into the McDonald's Delight right here. And as you can see, the McDonald's Delight are putting on a ton of fruit. There's several in here that are almost 100% flowers. There, if I can block some of the light, you can see the sheer amount of flowers and fruit that are just all over these plants. And ouch, there's biting flies too. We get them really bad up here, but it's not to stop the video. So yeah, they're just absolutely just solid flowers. Very happy about that. I got some pretty decent sized ones too, like this one right here. This clump of tomatoes probably already is pushing a pound, this whole clump right here, so that's pretty exciting. Then ouch, flies. A really cool thing that I just discovered here that I have never seen before is look at the coloration. Maybe you can see it better in the sunlight, but the coloration on this tomato is so unique, and it's because it's going to be a multicolored or a bicolored tomato, and It's just so, I mean, it's kind of hard to see in the sunlight there, but as you can see, it's really streaking very, very beautifully. And there's a lot of those coming on. Like here, I mean, as you can see, there is the streaking. You can see even better. It's just so gorgeous in the sunlight. It kind of just glistens, and those are going to be really big tomatoes. Then you're coming over here to the I don't know what variety this is. They're still kind of buried somewhat, but oh, this is the Black Seaman. But these are just mammoth tomatoes, and this whole thing is just a giant wall. Especially down here, if I get down here, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, wall. Look at that, you can't even see through the other side. It's just so thick. But they're managing for sure. I thought, you know, there would be a lack of air circulation, and there really isn't many yellowing leaves at all. They're all putting on lots of fruit, and just really producing extremely well, despite the thick foliage. Then here is obviously another variety. This is Moneymaker, and they're getting pretty tall, doing really, really great. I just got some new string, picked it up at Tractor Supply, and so if anyone was wondering where I got this new pink string, it's a polyethylene or a polypropylene strand, so it's a plastic. It's not biodegradable, but the other stuff, you know, I tried to go all biodegradable, but this regular baling twine just was not doing the trick. It would sag, so the fruit really was not getting off the ground well, and so I had to go with that. But look at this variety right here, this tomato. It has a nose on it. I might save the seeds from that and see if I can get that deformity again. It has a nose on it. That's so cool. I just saw that today. And then obviously, you know, you have your colossal clumps in here that are just really weighing down the plants. Just absolutely outperforming any expectations that I ever had. And like, you'd think this was a cherry tomato, honestly. I mean, like, the flowers, the sheer amount of flowers and production on just this one plant is so outstanding that I have no words to describe it. It's just absolutely outperforming expectations. It's really the only way I can describe it. I mean, like, look in there. What in the world? It's like, is that a tomato, or did this thing like fall in toxic waste? Because there's like 20 tomatoes right in that little spot, and there's solid in here. It's unbelievable. And here's the great whites. They're trucking along. They're doing a lot better now that I got them up in the air. They finally got tall enough. Here is the vintage wines. These vintage wines are extremely dense foliage in here. Not many tomatoes yet. They're still a little bit small for producing some tomatoes. I thought I saw a couple in here, but maybe I was just imagining things. Who knows? But the Japanese black trifle are doing the same thing here. They're falling over because I need to run another line because this string is just not holding up the weight of all these tomatoes. There's so many on here. And then this variety is Campbell's tomato. You know, like Campbell's tomato soup. And they got tons of tomatoes as well. They're doing a lot better than they were. They had a big blight problem. Not gonna beat around the bush with that. They had a serious blight issue. And then this is another bicolor tomato. It's very, very large already, and it's got some extreme issues going on there. I think it was like 3 or 4 flowers that fused together, and so it's going to be a massive one, but it's going to be one of those ugly, grotesque heirlooms that everyone raves about. And they're, you know, like I said, that's all tomato varieties and stuff. There's still some more that are hidden in there. But as you guys can see, this is just coming along like exactly as I had imagined. I could not have been any happier with the results, and I really thank you guys for always tuning in and supporting me. It's really great to get the support that I've had, and I just really would hope that you guys would rate, comment, and subscribe. I love the support. I love when you guys favorite the video, because then other people can see what I'm doing, because a lot of people ask me, you know, why do you do what you do? And it's simply to show you guys that you guys don't have to go this large scale. But if an 18-year-old that, you know, has other responsibilities and work and a job and friends, and, well, work and a job are the exact same thing, whatever, but you get what I mean. I have a ton of responsibilities, and if an 18-year-old can do this, you guys can definitely do this. It's not hard at all. And a lot of people make it seem to be a lot harder than it is. And so, you know, I just stress that if you guys have the land, it's not hard. It takes literally 1 day a week to come up here and water. It's not hard. I just want to see people growing their own food, because it's so nice and it's so rewarding and it's so beneficial, not only to your self-esteem, but just to get to a place where you can kind of meditate and get away from the day's stress. It's really, really nice. And I know a lot of you guys would think, wow, an 18-year-old having stress, that's surprising, but we were all in college once. You guys, if you guys are out of college, or if you guys are going into college, people like my age, you guys know it was a lot of stress. And so it's really rewarding to be able to come to a place that's so successful and so fun that you created in your mind, and it just really relieves that stress. So I just wanted to kind of get that out there and explain that to you guys. Lastly, you know, I got a lot of peppers, and they're kicking. They're for sure coming along a lot better than they were. Here's the old leaves, a little yellow, and the heat took a toll on them just because they're not in the amended soil. I did not amend this section where they were, so for their height and their maturity so far, I'm very impressed, especially with these Big Daddy hybrid peppers. Again, you know, I grow some hybrids just because they're not all evil and witchcraft like people make them out to be. They're just fun to grow, and I got them for free, so, you know, I said heck with it. And they're very beautiful peppers. They're going to turn yellow and orange. They're kind of like a bicolored pepper there, so they're pretty cool. There's a picture of them. They're pretty cool. But then I also, you know, I have some heirlooms too. I have this sweet to hot, which is it's an heirloom by Burpee, and they start out really hot and then kind of have a sweet flavor, or actually the other way around. They start out sweet and then go to hot. Then I have some pepperoncini right here, and they're kicking. They're doing great from when I transplanted them, especially in, like I said, soil that's not amended at all. I just basically dug a hole and put in just a little bit of the tomato super starter mix that I made, and you know, bell peppers too. They're all doing pretty decent. I also forgot to show you over there. There's the cucumbers and beans, so I'll show you guys that really quick. All right, so we're here with the cucumbers and beans, and while the germination rate was not as good as I would have hoped, oh wow, there's a frog right there. I didn't even see it. How's it going, buddy? You know, I did get some that came up, and so I did reseed, and for some reason, tell me if this looks like a cucumber. They were in the cucumber packet, but something's telling me that that's not a cucumber. It looks almost like a zucchini, but they were in a straight 8 cucumber packet. Something tells me that this company sent me the wrong seed, because that's not growing like a cucumber, and neither is this one either. They're all growing the same, so I think they might have gotten my seed mixed up. And you know, it came from Burpee. It was Burpee's heirloom collection, straight 8 cucumbers, and those are not growing like a cucumber. So I might have to check into that. I don't know. I mean, that's not growing up in a vine at all. Unlike this, which is a Japanese long cucumber, almost like an English cucumber, and they're definitely growing like a cucumber should. But again, I didn't get the germination rate in here like I would have. I mean, they only got like 3 to sprout, so I planted more, and so as you can see, they're coming up. So that's good that I'm gonna get some more. Beans, on the other hand, I've not had a problem. It's there. You literally cannot kill these things. I have not watered these things. We got, you know, a little bit of rain here and there. 90-degree days we've had, and this stuff, I mean, other than a little bit of bug damage, this stuff is just absolutely still exploding. I mean, solid growth, really doing great. I'm expecting some vines pretty soon. So there's some more peppers and just some eggplants along there. Nothing too big of a deal, just fun stuff. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this nice long episode. I know it's been a while since I've shown you guys this, and as always, this is MIgardener reminding you to grow big or go home. Catch you guys later. See ya. Bye.